Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's the 12th month, the 14th day, second week of Advent, going on the third week, third Sunday, this coming Sunday. So things are rolling around the corner. Today is a historic day in our country also. Today they're casting electoral college votes and the first day of the vaccine coming out and coming into the public. So that's exciting. And I want to say I had a test today too at the doctor's office, so that was exciting too. So, so we had a lot of excitement. The weather is sort of winterizing, but it's not quite there yet. We got a special guest today who is very important with this holiday season, and we've had our. They've been very loyal. They've been in the Kiwanis Club, the Salvation Army, and we're going to talk to Captain Joaquin Rangel, and last year we've talked to the Captain Sporny. So we've had a lot of interaction with our Kiwanis group, and we appreciate them being involved. They were very involved with our coat program too, and we really appreciate their helps there for the kids. I think we did about 2,000. I don't know the exact. It varies, Captain, but we did a good job of distributing coats to the social workers this year. It's a little different, though, but I don't know how the social workers are getting it out with some of the school settings, but that's what we did. So welcome, Captain. How you doing today?
Well, thank you, John. Thank you. I'm doing fine. Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes, I want to say Captain is another equal there, another captain, Gabriella. And so we got captains. That's the way the Army does that. And I think it's a decent thought and an idea, and to just have equality here. So, but Captain Joaquin, a lot of things are happening. Last time we talked was just right before you're going to move in your new building, and then with COVID, we didn't get that outside. I understand that dedication day, but I know you'll plan something in the spring or summer here coming up on that one to get us back with the community there again. And he's on Redwood Drive now, the new facility. So I want to welcome again Captain Joaquin, and what's happening now out there with the big campaign? I know you've been early on getting this going to national. I saw that. Explain a little about this year's Red Kettle campaign a little, Captain.
Sure. Sure. I'm glad you asked, just like they say. um, well, as you know, the Salvation Army, it's in this campaign. It's a tradition. It's a way to raise the funds that we need to operate for the whole year. And it's been a challenge. Every year is a challenge, but this specific year, it's been even more difficult. Nationwide, I just learned some numbers. We are like 31% down on volunteers nationwide.
Really? Wow.
Yes. And here in our local community in Aurora, I can tell you it's more than that, more than 31%. When you go to the stores, if you go to Walmart, Jules, or any of the local stores, you probably notice it. There is an empty stand. There's nobody ringing there because we do need the volunteers to do it.
I know that's an important thing. And how's the buckets? They're a little are the volunteers are a little away from the buckets. Is that correct? And
Yes, we do follow the CDC guidelines and some internal guidelines also from the Salvation Army to protect not only the people that share with us, but also the volunteers and even the workers also, the bell ringers that ring the bell and get them paid. we do observe all those guidelines. 6 feet away from the kettle. We clean the kettle often, and we encourage the volunteers and the workers to have a mask. We do follow safety protocols.
That's great. That's great. I know the Kiwanis have been out a few Saturdays up at the Jewel on the west side, the West Galena Jewel. I think for the last 3 Saturdays. I think they did November and then the 5th and then the 12th. And be honest with you, I didn't do it this year. I don't know. I let others sign up. They're only a limited amount. They only were doing they were doing 3 slots at 2 hours, like 10 till 6 or
6, 7 could be.
maybe there's 4, but anyway, it was like or noon till 6. No, I think they did 4 on one time and then they did 3 on another. But anyway, there was just a limited amount of people that were doing it.
Yes.
And maybe they weren't doing 2 doors. I don't know if we've done 2 doors at Jewel before, but I know a lot of places you do 2 doors even, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. Well, this program, it needs help. And you did your toy. How's that program? You give out toys and distribution. Has that been done yet, or is that coming?
It's coming, Jan. It's coming. Is this 17, December 17? It's coming, and we've been fortunate to have this place where it's been taking place for the last couple of years. And this it's a Thursday 17. We're going to start at 8:45. We already have pre-registered families, and so far we have about 1,200 families plus a waiting list. And that is
Wow.
the families. That is just the families. The kids, my wife keeps track all the kids and the gifts,
So
and there is a lot of kids.
right. So there's 2 or 3. So it's a lot of people are going to be.
Yes.
Yeah, and I remember in the past you were storing it at this old Redwood site, but that's gone, so that's not happening. So you got a new site to store those at, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's good. That's good. I was the other day another group that's doing some stuff along this line is Toys for Tots, and they had a nice little place there, and they were getting a lot of, but they said it was down too about some of their gift giving, just the way it's happening. I mean, I'm sure the same about the volunteers probably too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but there's just a lot of needs out there. And you just recently, when did you finally get over to the approval and get out to their new Redwood Drive place? When did that happen?
Well, it was in early August when we were able to move in here.
Okay.
And we move all our services, the food pantry and the financial assistance in a time of emergency. But we are operating from here right now.
Right. Now, is your pantry working now, or how is that?
Yes, it is.
Now, that
We
was
do have.
Tuesday. Was that Tuesday and Thursdays?
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah. And what time of the day is that at when you have it there?
It's from 10 until noon.
10 till noon.
Yes.
Yeah. And if they want to be involved, is it a pickup type of situation?
Yes. When the families come, we meet them at the door, at the front door, and we just take a little bit of information and like how many members in the family, and we
Right.
bring the items
Uh-huh.
right by the door.
So they're boxed up or bagged up, ready to
Yes,
go.
they are ready
Yeah.
to go.
That's what everybody's doing, I guess, at the other pantries too. I think
Mhm.
everybody's doing that type of operation, and just hope the snow keeps away for a while here on some of these things. But we can't guarantee that. Now there's a picture of the building. This is from a few months ago, but it's a real nice building there on Redwood Drive. And so if you have a need there, should they call you or just come by to sign up on that one, on the pantry?
They just come by. They don't need to call. Just come by, and we'll be
Okay,
happy to help them.
that's a nice thing you're doing there. It really is. That I'm sure you've seen more need on that. Because I know the other pantries have, right? You've seen higher needs there, right?
Yes, with this pandemic, the need has increased tremendously, tremendously, and I know other organizations will have the same increase on numbers that need assistance.
Yeah, we need assistance there, and so, what are some of the other thoughts of Captain Joaquin? What are you thinking about COVID ongoing in the future here? And we hopefully we can get some good people to think about the Salvation Army. You can do this. I'll show you the websites later online, but we can give our donations there to you. And what are some other things that you are thinking about down the road here in COVID-19? You got other thoughts there?
Well, I know that this pandemic has affected people like never before.
Right,
We have experienced helping people that never asked for help before.
right,
And that tells you that it has affected every one of us,
right.
every resident here in our community at some point has been affected by this pandemic. And that's why we are here for. Recently, I just hear this again that the Salvation Army was born for a time like this.
Right.
For a time like this, we need the support of everybody in the community. And I remember saying at the first interview, I say, Jan, the Salvation Army in the community is what the community makes of the Salvation Army. Of the Salvation Army.
Right.
We cannot do things alone. We always need the help and support of everybody, because that's what community is.
Yes. Yes, that's what it is. And that's part of the Christian experience to have a good community and beyond just the church. I mean, we're
Yeah,
reaching out beyond just our
that is
body.
correct. Yes.
We're reaching our whole community, showing the love of Jesus. And I appreciate what you're doing there, you and your wife and the team there. And I'm going to put up some. These are some ways you can get in contact with them. You. This is sort of like you. This is their website. You go to centralusa.salvationarmy.org and then /Aurora, Illinois. Now that's one. That's their website uh, plot spot. And then
Yes.
I'm going to show up the other one too here. We'll show up the. I'm going to show up the. Where did it go? Here it is. We'll show up the Facebook. This is. You can just go to Facebook.com, then Sal Army Aurora. Now Sal in Spanish, for my Spanish that I know, I'm learning more, but that means we're salt. These people,
You got it.
this army is salt. It preserves. It helps. It
Uh,
also could be LUZ too. It could be loose too. It could be light also. They're doing things that are shining in our community, salt and light, and that's what we appreciate about the Salvation Army. They've been What year did the Army start there in England? How long? How many years ago was it? 1860.
It was 1865.
I thought it was around the Civil
You
War
got
time.
it
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
You passed the test.
Yeah, well, I just know that the booths and we that's a long another story. The booths
Yes,
and the booths in America and everything, but the booths were really. I mean, they saw the needs there in London,
yes.
and that's how we got it here. When was the first army in the United States? You know that
Hmm.
one? You remember that one?
Don't remember exactly when.
Yeah. Maybe it was 1890s or so. When I think Aurora's had Salvation Army for a little while, right?
Oh, for a long time, for a long time.
Yeah.
That's why what I'm saying. Sometimes there are organizations that come with a good intention, uh, and they come and go. Um, we are serving in the name of the Lord, and when we honor Him and do what pleases Him, He will continue His ministry. And I just want to emphasize that everything we do is because the love of the Lord, and everything like this distribution of food and toys, we want to make sure that the people know that it's done because people care, because people have a good heart for the Lord and they want to share their blessings.
Amen. If I remember right, you're going to also later on here try to do a little more expansion at your site too, right? That's another program and development thing down the road, right?
Yes, this current location that we have, it was planned in two phases. We were able to complete phase one, which is the chapel, the offices, and but there are plans for phase two, which include a gymnasium, a big space. It also includes a garage for our canteen, which is a mobile uh, truck equipped and ready to respond to any emergencies.
Okay. Is that going to start this year or later?
We are praying next year we can start with the capital campaign.
2021 or 22?
2021, we
Yeah,
might
okay.
as early as
Okay.
that.
Well, I know you mentioned that before, and Captain Forney mentioned that too.
Yes.
So I knew there was some more stuff planned for the Army. Well, we just appreciate the Army and Aurora and the community. Oh, I want to ask you one quick question. The Army, the Aurora Corps, it extends to what areas of our area? It's down in Naperville, right?
We do serve a big area here, Naperville, Oswego, Montgomery. We cover a large range
Is it Yorkville too, or not?
mhm.
So you're doing southern Kane County quite a bit then, right?
I learned that we cover three counties.
Okay.
Um, yes,
Well, I
enough
know
for
Kendall, and you probably covered DePage and Kane. I don't know about Will, but you're covering Kendall if you go to Yorkville and Oswego. Yeah, so yeah, I could get you three. I maybe could get you four here, but that's quite a bit because I saw in the newspaper about that famous cougar run coming to your Naperville, one of your
Yes,
sites.
we are blessed to continue with that tradition of this faithful donor. We receive our share this year, and we are so thankful for that, Jan.
Yeah, I saw it happen up north too. I forgot what, maybe in
Yes,
Elgin
yes,
area, or was it St. Charles? I forgot where it was. I think it was St. Charles. Not anything about it. But so that's very nice tradition of giving. Some individual likes to do that, and that's really
yeah, yeah.
appreciated.
If I
Yeah,
may just remind the people out there that is going to watch this that we still need your help for our Christmas campaign. I have to tell you, we are way behind on it. We would like to call for volunteers and for people that want to support our ministry. They can go to register to ring and just register there to ring the bell. Couple hours. Make it a family tradition. You can come with your kid, two kids, and just ring for a little bit. You can have fun, just saying Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to people. And we really need the help of our community.
Now, where was that? Was that at your Facebook site or is it somewhere else?
It's another program, but it's called Register to Ring.
Oh,
Register to Ring. And I'm sure there is a link on our Facebook page also.
but it's called Register to Ring.
Register to Ring. Yes, yes.
Okay.
And I
I'll
just,
remember that. We'll try to find it here. Maybe I can put it on later.
yes, and
Register to
yeah.
Ring. Yeah.
And
And that's a good point. Thank you for bringing that up.
oh,
Maybe you get
thank
this
you.
old lazy bones out. I think that's what you're trying to tell me here. Get the lazy bones out. Uh,
All right, but I just wanna just emphasize the importance of
oh
supporting
no,
the ministry of
I
here of the
hear you.
army.
And yeah, you don't just leave the kettles out there without anybody there. So you gotta, the only way they're really functioning here is they have someone there. So
Yeah,
otherwise it's down. And there's so many, well, let's just be straight. We know that the holidays people give more than other days generally. So we only have till Christmas here. So we only got another, I guess, 11 days or whatever you want to say, a little less than 2 weeks. But
hmm,
so we got to uh, come on up. So that was register to ring. And that was what it
yes.
was. And we'll keep looking for that. Maybe I'll find it here a little later here this afternoon. I'll look that up. So,
Okay.
Captain Joaquin, I just want to thank you for coming by, and we got to keep things moving here, and we understand what you're saying there. We got to be of help. So, if you're out there in the community and you got some free time, and this is you're not going to be exposed to COVID. You're going to be outside in that fresh air, and we hope it doesn't get too cold, but it could, it can.
It's winter,
And
remember.
I promised my friends in the Kiwanis they're going to hot chocolate afterwards. So I owe a couple of Kiwanis hot chocolate.
Yes.
But it's usually pretty good that way. And yeah, the segments don't have to be 2 hours, do they? Can be an hour, or are they
Um,
two?
we ask if is a minimum of 2 hours.
Oh,
Um,
okay,
a
okay,
minimum of 2 hours.
okay.
That
But
will
you
help
can
us.
get your friends and you can split it up, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay, I get you. You want to get, yes, I understand what you're coming from there. You want to get the most bang for the buck, and you want to get the whole family out and to get the relatives, get everybody out to do this ringing. And you have several spots, I'm sure, and
yes.
usually at a food store, a big box store, or things
That's
like
correct.
that.
Yes.
And thank you again for coming by. I'm just going to show a few more things here before we wrap this little time up. I want all of you to think about COVID-19, and I know the Army's thinking about it. I got to get my thing here, so I hope this doesn't. Sometimes I get a little. There we go. Okay. Just a reminder about the VNA offering flu shots and COVID-19 testing. They offer those. Those are free. The shots, I think you can just go right through. The COVID, they want to sign up on that. That's on their Highland location. And so just give them a call at 630-892-4355. 630-892-4355. And I just want to say we have a guest for Wednesday. I just told the captain that we're going to have Dr. Vincent Baycote of Wheaton College is going to join us again. He's a very interesting man, and we'll have a nice conversation with him. So that's on Wednesday at 5. So again, Captain, thank you for coming by. Say hello to your other co-worker, your other captain there,
I sure
and
will.
we'll keep pushing this, and we'll remember about what we said about signing up if you can do that. So, so all I want to say right now is everybody out there, thank you for just taking time with us, and God bless everybody out there. And bye bye, bye bye now,
Bye
bye
bye.
bye. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay.